Hey Leute und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von The Kommentiert. Immer noch auf der Suche nach der richtigen Lanze. Es gibt so viele. Nun, wir haben die Hinweise, dass es ein Fischsymbol sein soll. Wir haben mehrere Formbeschreibungen, dass es ein Speer sein soll. Wir haben eine Saufeder. Und es soll mit einem glänzenden Material umzogen sein. Und es hieß, dass es in der damaligen Zeit für so einen jungen Mann, ich weiß nicht mehr, was genau er war, nicht die Möglichkeit bestand, also was wertvolles Material leisten zu können. Also würde ich es vermuten, dass es Kupfer ist. Das werden wir auch gleich nehmen. Ich will nur noch mal kurz auf der linken Seite mich umschauen. An den Sarg waren wir ja schon.
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens III. Good God! The one whose cross allowed me to enter. Clemens III. Clément III in French. How come his tomb ended up here and not in the Vatican? He was basically an anti-pope. His path to the throne was pretty turbulent, and he had to be enthroned several times. The result of a long conflict between the papacy and the Holy Empire.
Und die restlichen...
This sarcophagus is beautifully made, but ancient. Stone is marked by the passage of time, but it's really well preserved.
Sehr schön. Der ist, glaube ich, sehr weit weg vom Vatikan.
This one has no name. I wonder who it was for.
Sollte Menü aufrufen. Gut. Da drüben waren wir gerade. Ich hoffe, es wird uns angezeigt, ob wir jetzt die richtige Lanze nehmen oder nicht. Hätte ich das gewusst, wäre ich zuerst nach links gelaufen. Ist das eine Höhle? Verdammt. Gut. Wie gesagt, wir haben unseren Entschluss gefasst. Wir wollen ein Fischsymbol, wir wollen die Kupferlanze und als Speerform. Ich hoffe, das ist richtig. Ich will meinen Arm bitte noch behalten. Schrägstrich Hand. Immer noch. Ah. Ach so, weiter geht's. Ist das ein Weg? Das nächste Mal nehme ich ein Fahrrad oder Inlineskate mit. Dann geht es ein bisschen schneller. Ich finde es auch leicht verdächtig, dass das da hinten die einzige Speerspitze ist. Das im Kreis ist ja unsere. Nach den Beschreibungen. Das ist die einzige, die in irgendeiner Weise hervorgehebt wurde. Und meistens ist es ja das Objekt daneben. Ich bin mir unsicher, deswegen ich nehme mir die hier. So, Lanze mit Kupfer umrahmt. Glänzendes Metall. Piaggi sagt Saufeder. Auf einem Gemälde ist ihm das aufgefallen, dass die Lanze des Longinus die Form eines Speers aufweist. Dann hat es auch eine Speerform. Bei der Statue von Longinus hat die Landspitze die Form eines Blatts. Aber warum auf dem Gemälde ist ein Speer, auf dem Bei der Statue ist es ein Blatt. Und Piagis Übersetzungen sagen, dass es eine Form eines Speers hat. Und auch ein Fischsymbol ist drauf eingraviert. Ich mache wahrscheinlich wieder den größten Fehler der Welt.
I can see this lance has a spear shape, it is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
Und die Lanze daneben ist eine Saufeder. Das ist das Symbol des Rehs. Ra, oder wie der Gute heißt.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
Und wenn wir... Nein, das war zu schnell gedrückt. War nicht auch die Sprache davon, dass es ein Römer war? Komme ich jetzt gerade durcheinander? Ich nehme das Fischsymbol, das sieht mir,
I must be sure of my choice. I cannot get it wrong. Am I absolutely sure this is the one to take?
Ich wüsste nicht, welches Land das ist. War das jetzt die richtige? War das die richtige jetzt? Warum nehmen wir nicht mehrere mit? Wie gesagt, es ist mir so sehr... ist das jetzt richtig oder wird es mir nicht angezeigt, wenn wir was Falsches gemacht haben? Oh, Leute. Wenigstens habe ich meine Hand noch. Und es ärgert mich immer noch, dass ich eine Hand verloren habe. Aber naja, was soll ich machen? Hui. Ich bin mir so dermaßen unsicher, ob das wieder richtig ist. Das Spiel verarscht mich ja so leicht. Haben wir hier noch was? Nein. Ich habe die Lanze des Lunge, also ich habe nicht alle Hinweise zu Verdammt, uns fehlen 2 Hinweise. Zwei Hinweise hat uns gefehlt. Leichte Ärgernis bei mir. Wir machen mal Belesenheit. Dann haben wir noch 2 Punkte und wir machen... Manipulation, oder? Okkultismus. Hätten wir jetzt eigentlich gebraucht davor.
I'm already pressed for time as it is. Mother's waiting for me on the wharf.
Okkultismus. Befragung. Die beiden kann ich nicht. Mir fehlt so einiges. Aber was habe ich denn übersehen? Ich war da überall, außer im Geheimraum, wo ich nicht hier hin konnte und Lord Mortimers Raum halt. Der Raum. Sein Arbeitszimmer. Geheimes Arbeitszimmer. Nein, ich bin hier richtig.
De Richet, sticking your nose everywhere again.
Wow, what's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur, I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing. This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised Piaget and Vollner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him, immediately.
Let's keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick. Look, I don't know what you're going on about, and I don't have time for this right now.
Don't bank on getting rid of me so easily, De Richet. Where have you been?
Jo, Bonaparte, mein Bester. Etikette, das ist seine Schwäche. Überzeugung und Politik brauche ich nicht.
Did Lord Mortimer tell you you could trust me?
Yes, but...
So, I'm working for him right now, and you're wasting my time with your questions. Look, if he hasn't taken you into his confidence, then you shouldn't know yet.
I'll soon figure out what you are up to. And I am convinced that you have indeed robbed Mortimer. The game is up. Give me what you took from him.
You know, this is becoming an obsession with you.
Show me what you are carrying, or I will call the servants.
Remind me, who did you hear making those alleged charges against me?
His Eminence Piaget and Monsieur von Vollner were discussing them when I joined them.
And remind me, during the conference, which side were His Eminence and Mr. von Vollner on?
Sir Gregory. But what has that got to do with it?
And did it not occur to you for a single instant that they might have been speaking about me in front of you on purpose? To manipulate you? I trust them to detect novices who are likely to be taken in, yes.
Those sons of whores. Ah! So that's how they see me.
Be careful to make sure the conference keeps on going ahead smoothly, though. Please. It would grieve me to have to report you to Lord Mortimer.
No, of course. I'll make sure those two bastards get what they've got coming. Right. We'll leave it there. I'm glad that things have been cleared up.
So, are we finished here?
Indeed we are. I shall leave you.
That's right. Go play somewhere else. See you later, monsieur. Come on. I have to hurry up and join my mother at the wharf now.
Gott, ich hasse diesen Bonaparte in diesem Spiel. Wahrscheinlich werden jetzt so sämtliche Leute uns entgegenkommen. Und ich werde in die Richtung gehen. Hier, ich dachte, hier wäre was Blaues. Hätte ja sein können. So, Anleger. Müssen wir hier... Bitte? Hier komme ich nicht... Ah, eine ganz große Klasse. Hier komme ich auch nicht hin? Oh, sagt bloß, das Spiel will mich in eine richtige Richtung lenken. In eine Richtung lenken, wo ich nicht hin möchte. Da liegt ein Buch. Das brauchen wir nicht. Das hatten wir schon. Ich hoffe, wir haben immer noch die richtige Lanze. Ah, verdammt. Wer baut denn sowas Kompliziertes? Und wie soll man an diese Bücher da hinten rankommen? Unlogischer... Das habt ihr jetzt nicht gehört? Gott sei Dank haben wir hier keine Stamina. Sitzt er da jetzt mit einem Büchlein? Du das aufregen und jetzt ein Buch. Ach nee, wer bist du? Udoi.
Am I disturbing you?
God damn it, Richet! Are you joking or what? You sell me pipe dreams about Mortimer's project, and a few hours later, one of your allies completely breaks down. Is this what Mortimer's side is all about?
Listen, I'm kind of in a rush. enough is enough. Choose your side and then everyone will be happy.
What? What are you playing at, Richtige? It's too late! I've come too far to back out now! Good God! I swear there's nothing common about you, Richtige.
So everyone tells me.
Oh, while you're here, you wouldn't know who the last guest is, would you?
What do you mean?
I heard Sir Gregory speaking about it. A certain Al-Asif something or other.
Who? What?
Obviously not. It's not important, forget it.
No, hang on.
It doesn't matter, I'm telling you. We'll find out soon enough. I'm in a hurry right now. I'm waiting for someone. See you later, Louis.
Shit. I haven't time either. See you later.
Die verwirren mich alle. Wo kommen die auf einmal her? Aus ihren Nestern? Was denn jetzt?
Ah, Louis.
Oh, nö.
Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you.
Oh, muss ich?
Come closer, please. It's time we had a little chat. I wanted you... Oh, no, your hand. Damn it, no. So that's it. She is prepared to use you.
What do you mean?
It wasn't enough for her to lose her hand. She had to make you lose yours, too. I cannot permit this to continue. Louis, it's time you found out the truth. I've been observing you since you arrived. I see you running all over the grounds in the search of Sarah. I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road.
The wrong road?
Louis, Sarah has made her own choices of her own free will, and I would like for you to have the same chance. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory. About me, about Gregory, about the demons.
So you're gonna tell me she's wrong, and that she's a liar?
She's right. Look at me. I have inhabited this body since 1191.
Bitte?
For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
Wollen wir das mal nehmen?
You're the devil incarnate.
The devil? I'm not saying that all Judeo-Christian folklore hasn't served us, but the truth is, of course, something quite different. Please, don't look at us through the primitive prism of religions. I am not hiding any horns or goat's feet, Louis. I have no tail.
Ich, dass er der Typ mit der Lanze ist?
Why do you bring up folklore? You mean that you've taken advantage of people's beliefs?
No, not exactly. I mean that we in fact created them from scratch. It is amazing to see how mankind has such a strong need to believe in something superior to itself. It was very instructive for what was to come.
Gott, seit 602 Jahren ein alter Kerl zu sein, das ein Traum von jedem ist?
You've been Mortimer for 600 years? How long have the demons been among mankind?
Oh, I don't think I'd be lying if I said that we have always been here.
If I follow you, you must have witnessed some of the greatest moments in history.
You could certainly say that, yes.
Did you know ancient Egypt?
Oh, yes, yes. We were gods on earth in those days.
What did men call you then?
Amenhotep IV.
The 10th pharaoh of the 18th dynasty?
Ooh, I see you're a connoisseur, Louis. Impressive.
Danke.
Did you know ancient Greece?
In many ways, yes. One day Pericles, the next Parmenides. Just the memory of the time I spent working on acoustics with Pythagoras. Well, it moves me quite deeply, to tell the truth.
Pericles. He's the one who brought Athens to its golden age, isn't he?
In a way, yes.
He established democracy and then died during an epidemic. It wasn't so long after his 2 sons passed away. Isn't that right?
Excuse me, Louis. I would rather not relive any more of that, if you don't mind.
Did you experience ancient Rome?
Oh, yes. Luxury and decadence, Louis. My family did indeed reign supreme, but from this period I retain only the works of my friend, Marcus Vitruvius Pollio.
You seem to be fascinated by Christ. You weren't him, were you?
Oh, no, not at all. He was my father, though. Strange as it seems.
I beg your pardon? Am I dreaming? Ugh, please tell me I'm dreaming.
We should have the chance to talk about all that again later, but yes, he was my father. All the mythology surrounding Jesus of Nazareth really stems from my father's prideful need to show himself among men.
Bitte? Wer steht denn gerade vor mir?
I've noticed that you have a passion for the Crusades.
Among other things, yes. Mainly the third. It was during the siege of St. Joan of Arc that I took possession of Lord Mortimer.
And you've never changed skins or bodies since?
I have used other envelopes, but only to carry out very short tasks. Apart from that, indeed, I have been able to retain the identity of William Alexander Mortimer throughout the centuries.
Lucifer, the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by 133,306,668 angels.
Das ist eine Zahl.
Is it true that there are that many of you?
No, I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1 million of us. And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir Gregory is your brother?
Yes, what can I say? You can't choose your family. But it is very difficult to know exactly how many of us there are, because a large number of our kind remain hidden, or never reveal themselves even to us.
Ich weiß gar nicht, wohin dieses Gespräch führt.
And you truly have the power to manipulate the thoughts of men.
That's right. Every demon has the capacity to infiltrate the minds of men and to read and steer their thoughts.
And what do you do with this power?
We help them, of course.
Of course you do. And you expect me to believe that, I suppose.
Louis, demon is just a word. It all depends on what exists beneath the surface. I understand that this isn't easy. The culture of men is centered on the fact that demons are responsible for all the evils on Earth.
But if it's the same in every single culture, then maybe there might be something to it. Don't you think?
Certainly there is something to it. Control. Man has spent his existence wishing to believe in the supernatural and imposing his belief on others. What could be more convenient for manipulating the masses? A perfect, inaccessible being and a plethora of demons in every one. The perfect idea to relieve men of all responsibility while still finding them guilty.
Can you tell me more about your capacities, your supernatural powers?
Supernatural? From my point of view, they are perfectly natural. Well, Louis, just because the monkey does not fly doesn't mean that we should consider the bird a supernatural creature. We are all part of a grand design. We are simply made like this. By developing our art, we are able to read thoughts as well as write in the minds of men. It is possible for us to make them bow to our desire, but it doesn't work without leaving some scars.
Oh, du Scheiße. Oh, Leute, das wird ein langes Gespräch.
Why should I trust you?
I'm not asking you to, Louis. If you are still in doubt about the demons, I can assure you that won't last long.
But why me?
Why do I tell you about the greatest secret ever revealed to man?
That's right.
I'm coming to that. Don't worry.
What has my mother got to do with all this?
She embarked on a crusade many years ago to kill all the demons.
That must have upset you. I imagine you retaliated.
No, I'm afraid she never forgave me.
Forgave what?
We met when she was still just a young woman. I appeared to her in a different form because I didn't want to reveal the identity of Lord Mortimer at that time. She was looking for someone interested in the occult to decipher an ancient book. We spent many years together until I revealed my true nature to her.
The old book was Al-Azif, wasn't it?
Did she speak about it?
Not so long ago, yes.
Indeed, it was already Al-Azif. She wanted to unlock the secrets.
What are the demons' projects for humanity?
Our aim has long since been to protect humanity from itself. On the other hand, although we give them the impulse to succeed, we don't all agree as to the path they take to achieve it.
How would you qualify your species, scientifically?
Good question. What is your area of expertise?
Wir sind kein Wissenschaftler, wir sind Detektive.
My lord, to tell you the truth, I don't see myself as a scientist.
Well, consider us as a simple species still unknown to most of men. Thus, we are
verdammt.
born. We have the capacity to change bodies, that is all.
Es wird mir langsam zu viel.
Continue.
Louis, it's time you open your eyes. Come, you'll soon see.
After you. If you could manipulate us mentally, what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
You must suspect that we asked ourselves that very same question. For many centuries, we didn't organize any conferences, and most of the time, it ended in civil war between demons. Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer to everything. The interest being to erect some rules among ourselves. Our family first divided up all the principal countries of the world. Now, whenever one of us wanted to propose a major change between these countries, they summon the demon in question and initiate a conference. The demon that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents to influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to all the participants, followed by several days of reflection, during which we are allowed to be persuasive but not to impose our will. A second meeting closes the conference with a final vote.
So, for you it's a game, isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living several centuries, you stand back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you can.
Das wird mir langsam zu viel mit dem ganzen Text.
So, von Borchert, he was looking for the Al-Azif for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis. And with good reason. My father wrote much of it. Can you tell me what you've done with...
What, you mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of von Borchert. He isn't essential, but he is a trusted person.
He's a prisoner at our headquarters in Paris.
All right.
Ich muss mal gerade
Did
kurz
what happened to
nachdenken.
Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
It was you who killed her.
The child was already condemned, Louis. My father would never have let her be. I had to pass inside her mind and, yes, make her take her own life. Trapped between the unyielding control of my father and your mother's terrible treatments, I wouldn't wish a life like that on anyone. Would you?
So neither my mother nor Peru were ever guilty. You just gave me the runaround with that whole investigation.
Now don't take it the wrong way. I was obliged to keep up appearances so that Gregory wouldn't suspect me. And it enabled me to size you up, Louis.
Ach, verdammt, können wir endlich zum Schluss kommen?
I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis. Come, I've something to show you.
There is one question that remains to be answered. Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
I mean, it's obvious you want me on your side, but that doesn't explain why you're telling me all these truths.
Louis, this
Oh, ich hab die
conference
Überzeugung
is
genommen.
indeed of capital importance to me.
Verdammt.
And yes, I want you on my side. But that's not the main reason that compels me to confide in you.
What is it then?
Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You, as much as me, you are one of us, Louis. You too are a demon.
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that natural, charismatic presence comes from? Your talent must already have manifested itself somehow. Have you ever had any visions?
No. Stop it. It's absurd.
Have you never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body without knowing why?
No.
Whilst asleep, maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you.
What do you mean?
Louis. I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is not your mother.
What?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Louis. But you must know the truth before you commit an irreparable act.
No, no. No, it's not possible.
You are my son.
Liar!
Mir geht's immer schlechter.
Well. So now you're his bastard. You really took me for a fool. Don't make a move, you clowns!
Everybody keep calm.
Don't say a word or I'll shoot your kid! Not so clever now, are we? At last I found a way to put the pressure on you, Mortimer.
Look, just calm down, monsieur.
You stopped me from ending it all. Because of you, I've had to pay for it. You don't know what it's like. He's in your head. He's in your soul. I never want to feel that again.
Jack, I did not betray you.
You're just like him.
Es wird ja immer komplizierter. Jackie. Check, da. Die Kette Psychologie Befragung.
Monsieur Peru, I don't even know what this is all about.
It's quite simple. You're like them.
If that's enough to make me unforgivably evil, then I'd prefer you shoot. But I don't feel as if I've changed. I'm still the same man I was an hour ago.
They will corrupt you. It's inevitable.
And I won't be able to resist, like you are now.
Well...
Give me the benefit of the doubt.
Think about it a moment.
So, what are you gonna do now? You've just found out your true nature. What difference does it make?
Wartet, was waren seine Schwächen? Die Kältepsychologie-Befragung.
And you, Jacques, how does it
Das war
make you
falsch.
feel?
It changes everything.
Well, why? How am I
Befragung mag er
responsible?
nicht, okay.
I never said you were. You too are his victim, Louis. But it makes no difference to me. If I let you go, you will proliferate. I must stop all of you. And too bad for me if I have to die for it. You're just like him. You are already. You can't see it, or you don't want to see it. But it's already too late. In
Ich bin das
fact,
gerade das
I
falsche
haven't
Nummer.
got any choice.
You always have a choice. You know very well what will happen to you if you shoot me. You're going to be held accountable, and you will lose everything, starting with your freedom and then your head.
I told you, I don't care.
Not about yourself, maybe, but what about your daughter? It wouldn't be the same for her, would it?
Shut up! Shut up!
She will be alone in a world that you know is hostile. What will become of her?
That's true, but...
Don't abandon her. Not a second time. It's your last chance, my friend. It's over. Come now.
You know what I told you. Evil and good depend on you, and not on your nature.
Yes, it's true, and the same holds true for all of us.
Monsieur Peru, I am willing to overlook this latest scene. You can thank my son for that. I think, however, that you ought to take your leave for your good and ours, as well as that of your daughter.
Wen sollen wir glauben? Ist er echt unser Dad?
Not
Ja.
too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
Ich habe die Frage jetzt nicht mitbekommen.
To tell you the truth, I don't get much time to ask myself those questions.
Quite right. Best not to react to all this too suddenly. Take some time to think about it all. For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all in good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As the demon, I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
What do you mean?
Open your mind, my son. Relax. You hold immense power. It's already there inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind. Hear my voice. Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
Hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
What?
You heard me. From now on, Whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So, if you need to know something in particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
Geistiger Missbrauch, der ist gut.
But it'd be a violation of their most intimate thoughts, wouldn't it?
To begin with, there's nothing obliging you to do it. You already had the ability without even knowing it. I just gave you the option of putting it into practice if you want. Moreover, it would be wrong to evoke morality here. Every species is different, Louis, and this is the way we are made. That's all there is to it. You are free to use this talent or not. And what's more, it will be up to you to decide what to do with the thoughts you read. That is where the values of right and wrong do come into play. There are also a few rules you need to know that govern this talent when used between ourselves. You can read the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear. What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Home?
Yes, the old grump is touchy and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later if you want. Just join me in my study when you've finished.
Egal, Gedanken lesen. Du kannst nun die vordergründigen Gedanken deines Gesprächspartners wahrnehmen. Nein, das machen wir mal lieber nicht.
You're right. I need to go now.
Ich bin ja für die linke Seite. Ich vertraue ihm nicht. Es kann jeder kommen und sagen, Daddy. Und ich glaube, kein Mensch würde am Anfang, wenn er gerade erfährt, dass der Gegenüber der Vater ist, sagen, Daddy, ich hab dich lieb, Daddy, wir sehen uns später, Daddy. Hat das was mit der Geschichte zu tun? Ich mach mal die Augen zu und ich drücke einfach.
See you later, Lord Mortimer.
One more thing. If you want to know the truth about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763. At 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
Bitte? Sie hat meine Mutter ausgeweidet?
It's not that I regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
Ja, aber ihr Lieben, das werden wir in der nächsten Folge machen. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zusehen und bis dann. Ciao, ciao.